Previously on Scarlet Hollow,
Dong dong.
we visited Sybil, who explained to us that
You
one of the
just
people,
scooch. Yes, good.
one of the people we are close to, is our enemy.
We don't know what that means. It was a tarot reading. It's vague.
She also then gave us some tea, and we were filled with the inescapable desire to visit the clinic and Reese, and we did. And we felt called to the wall in the basement where the stone, similar to the one in the previous two chapters, was hidden, and we found it. We axed through the wall with Reese's help, found the stone, witnessed the two brothers from, I believe, our grandmother's era, one of whom was reported dead in a mining accident. Who was not?
Well, I think he was reported to have died in the mining accident, but
Body
his body
not
was never
recovered.
found. But something's not gone there. Also, Primo Silent Hill reference. Perfection.
Yes. At which point Reese started, and then, we passed out and we woke up in Reese's basement, and he was fine.
Reese was feeling really
He
good.
was feeling great. He was off his meds. He wasn't taking the stuff that the doc was sinking him anymore. And he was feeling fine. It's really, really good. And slowly,
started getting manic.
Yeah, and slowly less than human. And then very, very, very quickly, much, much, much less than human. Reese is currently a wolf, bat, dog, demon who is about 7 feet tall.
Who is bent on revenge against his mother, who has been medicating him against his will.
With poison.
With poison. No, which...
It's
ricine.
It is entirely possible. Reese cannot be killed.
And Reese certainly isn't human anymore. Or if he is human, he's not at the moment. We're not quite sure what's going on.
Reese is out. The doc is locked in the panic room. Tabitha is on her way over because we called her.
We hope.
And
the doc has sent us into the clinic in order to get a stronger tranquilizer to try and knock Reese out.
And then Reese showed up.
Oh,
and Wayne arrived as well, and is currently fighting Reese's paintings that turn out to be both evil and alive.
That's a lot. So, that's where we left things. Just a little light peril.
So anyway, how have you been?
Because I'm a potato. Right, alright, let's load this in. Yeah, so this is where we left things. That's Reese.
Shall I?
Oh, God. I guess you're going to, aren't you? Oh, no.
I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me.
So now we have to make a choice. It says he has a point, Doc. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. Can't you two just get along? I don't feel like I should get in the middle of this. I just want to go home. I'm on Reese's side. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. Well, Wayne, help me, or remain silent. There's no way we're going to win. We spent a lot of time today discussing. Oh God, what are we going to pick?
Wayne is far more mucal.
Oh yes, he does. He definitely gives them different voices.
Wayne is far more mucal, and Reese is far more barking.
All right, and I have to turn the music down just a second. It's a bit louder than I was intending. Where's my volume button? Yes. Wayne is slower, more confident. Reese is very angry. I think we've decided on I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese, because morally that seems like the right stance to take.
We're just not going to let him kill someone.
I don't know how we're gonna not let him kill someone.
We're gonna bleed on him.
But it seems like the thing to do. So I'm not gonna let you kill someone, Reese.
Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care?
Trust me, Reese. I've always been really careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you.
Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom.
You're that right, Mike.
Sorry.
Okay. Look at his face. Oh gosh.
If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. You decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist.
To be fair, my dude, exist how? Oh.
Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face.
Sorry, I need you to tone it down.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right. Is that Wayne behind?
His eyes are very glowing.
Wayne's eyes always glow. So Reese's eyes haven't really changed, but he's grabbed him. What?
Reese cries out in pain.
I'll do that.
What the hell did you do to my shoulder?
What's that in his hand?
What is that?
Look, Reese has scratched him. Hang on. Look. So Reese has harmed Wayne, and Wayne's got something in his hand. Something yellowy? Keen eye. You see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Wayne's sleeve. Yes, I do. Just a flash of pale yellow, then it's gone. Slithering back into Wayne's clothes.
Oh, God.
My dude.
I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe. Until then.
You are messed up, my dude. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head for the safe room. Well, we should grab the tranquilizers.
Grab the tranquilizers.
Okay.
Grab all of them. Go out to Tranquilizers or Us and get some more.
Put yourself out of screen
It's
again.
very difficult.
I know. I'm sorry. Move around as you need to. With powerful builds, you're allowed to help Wayne beat Reese up. Oh, interesting. Grab the tranquilizers. Thanks. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint, sealing it shut. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears of paint manages to slip past her. Ooh. Ew! She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor.
Gross and terrifying.
It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Ooh, more explore options. Okay, I'll read them out for everybody. What is this room? You didn't walk me to the door after my exam earlier. You must have known I might have gone looking for something. Why didn't you make me leave?
Let's talk, Reese.
What's the game plan, both short and long term? While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? Or sit in silence and wait for Reese. Okay, let's start at the top. What is this room? Old x-ray room. Lead walls. Lead walls, wow. After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. She's known this. She's known this and she's kept him here the whole time. You want to do this one?
Yeah.
You didn't walk me to the door after my exam earlier. You must have known I might have gone looking for something. Why didn't you make me leave? She sighs. There's something about keeping a secret for so long. It makes you paranoid. It makes you do things you know are objectively wrong just to maintain the illusion of your life. It isolates you. At some point, you just don't want to be alone anymore, whether you realize it or not. So you get sloppy. You leave things around you shouldn't, because that destructive little part of you wants to test the limits of how obvious you can be before someone is able to put two and two together.
Terrible news. Scarlet Hollow's worst doctor just made a really good point.
No. Well, she did make a good point, but it's of her own doing and her own demise. Yeah, folks, as you can imagine, the conversation we're about to have will have lots of familial content warnings and self-justification in it. So
if familial situations and abuse are things which are not things you are comfortable sitting with, could I recommend toast?
Yeah. Maybe a nice piece of toast. Nice piece of toast. I'm not blind. I can see that things are happening in Scarlet Hollow. Unusual things. I guess subconsciously I must have decided if there was ever a time to let someone else in, it would be now. Alright, I want to know what her game plan is. Alright, then what's the plan? Short term, long term? How long were you going to keep this up? Well, pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. And I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Yes, okay. Then we all live happily ever after. Okay, there's a lot of responses here. And if you can't, has that worked before? And if he manages to find a way out and kills you, so you're going to lock him away again, there has to be some other way. It's just going to make him feel trapped. Just kill him. Sarcasm, I see no flaws with this plan. Remain silent.
I am quite in favor of has this ever worked before, but I think that's because my favorite Venture Brothers line will always be, so let me get this straight. If you don't, someone doesn't instantly respect you, you murder them?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah. And has that worked before? He's never known the exact nature of his condition before. Maybe it was a mistake to hide it from him. But I thought it meant he could feel like he had more freedom, not knowing that if he just stopped taking his pills, he could become big and pointy enough to kill me. I'm going to have to revoke some of those freedoms now. He's not going to like that. But I think he'll understand, even if it takes time. Oh, wow. She just doesn't perceive.
Oh, dog. Oh, dog.
I don't think he wants to hurt people. He just can't help what he is. All right, fine. Let's talk Reese then. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead. I've got nothing left to hide. All right, we got a lot of stuff. I'll read them off and then we'll talk through them. When did you find out? How did he not know what he was? Why did you start poisoning? What is he? Was his dad similar? The relationship between you seems so difficult. How do you know that he's dangerous? How do you know that he's dangerous? Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Valid. Reese attacking Wayne is the only act of violence we've seen. But
Has talked a lot about killing her.
yeah. Okay, let's start with, what is he? At first, I thought he was some kind of werewolf. So did the chat. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. Lady. We were just talking about empathy. When did you learn out? When did you find out? When did you learn this? A little after he hit puberty. You know, the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was like nothing like what he is now, just a couple of inches and some facial distortions, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. You could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe I hallucinated. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easily. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. I want to ask about the dad.
Yeah.
Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake.
You ever read The Midwich Cuckoos?
I keep having these weird dreams. Almost like sleep paralysis. Oh, Jesus Christ. God. Okay, we're gonna remind everybody of the content warnings. Wow! Like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams.
Oh, dog.
But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and 9 months later, Reese. Oh, God, okay. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst ever by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he just looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. And that's why you started poisoning him? She sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was trying to medicate his illness, to alleviate his symptoms. It started when he was around 15. I'd been giving him increasingly high doses of Klonopin, but his body kept adapting and his systems would come back, especially if we ever fought. He's a rage demon. Freaking rage demon. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I couldn't risk. I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it.
Who could possibly, in the sleepy town of Scarlet Hollow, have suggested a herbology-based solution to a supernatural issue? How is the tea?
How is the tea? Oh dear. And I have been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision for since. Okay.
Yeah.
Who approached you and what did they say to convince you? She gives you a long,
Motherfucker, don't.
hard look. Don't even, lady. I don't want to talk about that woman.
I think you just did.
But screw it, I might die tonight, so sure, I'll tell you. And that's all I have to say about that.
God. Fucking damn it, Dave.
Okay.
She dosed us.
We will not be drinking any more tea from that woman.
She fucking dosed us.
She's still able to exert enough influence in a real world event to censor that information.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm abso-freaking-lutely doing a Mystic and book learning playthrough after this. Oh my gosh. Hawkeye says there is a way to get that not to happen, and I didn't put it together until a few weeks ago.
Civil's an anti-meme.
Or she's censoring any information that you might learn about her.
Stitch, if you've not read it, there is a stunningly good novella, which I believe is called There Is No Anti-Memetics Division.
You linked it in the follet a little while ago.
Yeah, it is so good. Excellent.
How do you know that he's dangerous? I mean, he looks terrifying, but... No problem, Rubesco. Valhalla will await you for whatever dosage you want to...
Sleep well, buddy.
Bad choice of terms. If you want to come back to this in little tiny increments that work for you, no problem. Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number one. He's also a teenager who's angry. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. Every now and then, we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens any time he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with 1,000,000 teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area.
Oh my God, she's Park Kent in Man of Steel.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Ooh, options. He's indeed a menace to society. That doesn't mean he's dangerous. I mean, you are the biggest threat to him. Why not just kill him? He's been kind to me. What you're doing is difficult, but it's necessary.
Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Be a self-fulfilling prophecy. I can fix him. Remain silent. I do like that whole, don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy?
We've done really well in this so far, calling people on their shit in situations like this.
Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy? You're locking him up because you're afraid he'll get away. He gets away when he's angry. He's angry because you've locked him up. Oh, don't preach to me. Is he a sweet kid most of the time? Absolutely. And Ted Bundy was sweet to the people he picked up off the side of the road. Didn't mean he didn't go ahead and slaughter them anyway. I know what my son is capable of. And it's my job to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody.
This is a beautiful off-ramp to the relationship between you seems so difficult.
the relationship between you two is so difficult? Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready. It made me love being a mom. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever, no matter what. Kids grow up and they change. Sometimes it's for the worst. That's part of being a mom, too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. Right, fan artist? We need a Scarlet Hollow Mother of the Year award graphic, I think. All right. I'm going to say, well, there's no point in saving here. We've extinguished all the conversation options. Let's just leave it at that. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. And you have no real idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. Sit in silence and wait for Reese. Well, that's an interesting comment, isn't it, Stitch? If this woman became pregnant through supernatural means, kind of casts some interesting light about some of the other potential children of my approximate age in this town.
Yeah, we're circling back around to this town is a petri dish theory, aren't we?
Yeah. You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room door. Shit. This might be game time.
Yeah.
Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. God, it's animated.
Is this what you were so afraid of?
I'm saving. I'm saving the game. Okay. Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. The tranquilizers? Fine. Let's shut this down. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it! Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. It is I. Oh, wow.
This is a situation where our victim is a terrifying, partially skinned horse dude whose head is putting itself back together. I don't think we can kill him. I'm also honestly not sure it would take.
If we help Dr. Kelly, we're basically maintaining the status quo. He's an unresolved issue. And we didn't let the issue go unresolved with the seal, even though it came at personal cost.
Oof. That's very...
I'm saving again. Overwrite that save.
Well, he should leave Scarlet Hollow to go to LA to become a character actor.
All right, I'm going to cop out. We have to take an ad break. Let's take 2-3 minutes. You and I will discuss.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. Okay? Everybody, if you haven't moved since the stream has started,
Now's
get up,
the time.
have a little wiggle, get a drink
That's
of
a treat.
water. Does anybody need a snack or a little piece of cheese for your raccoon hand? Or does a pet need a pet? Or do you need a medication or a drink of water? Now's a good time to do it before we decide whether or not we're going to let Tabitha blow Reese's heads off. I don't think it'll take.
I don't think it'll take
either. All right, but we'll come back in 3 minutes. Take a break, everybody. Stretch. And you marry him and you all live happily ever
Everything's
after.
fine. We all talked, and it's all fine. We're going for pancakes.
We're just going to all go for pancakes in 20 seconds when the ad break ends. Oi, 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 oi. I mean, she's horrible. She made a horrible decision, but she also had something horrible happen to her, which doesn't justify it, but shapes the context in which she's making decisions. Yeah, all-time worst mother here. Why didn't she just go live in the middle of nowhere? But
maybe if we put Reese in the panic room in a later part, he can be cured.
That's my
or
hope,
sent
honestly.
back to hell where he
that's
belongs.
That's my hope. We're gonna sedate him, and then later on, I'm gonna play from here forward and see what Tabitha does. You ready?
Let's do it.
You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. I don't think she can kill him. Petra, what the hell do you think you're doing? Okay, hold on. Don't kill him. He's still a person. Don't you dare. Wait, I'm sure we can all talk this out.
We'll just
Stare her down. I don't think our relationship is good enough that I can successfully stare her down.
Don't kill him. He's still a person.
Don't kill him. He's still a person. Person my ass. Did you see his face? Both of you, shut up and help me drag him into the safe room now. You turn to see Dr. Kelly already pulling her son towards the open doorway. Tabitha swings the gun onto her back, huffily jumping in to help Dr. Kelly. It's not long before his regenerating body is sealed away behind the door. Not exactly how I thought tonight would play out, but at least none of us are dead. If you've done any permanent damage to him, you're going to be the one paying for the medical supplies, Miss Scarlet. You aren't seriously going to keep that thing alive, are you? It's clearly dangerous. What makes you think you can keep it locked up? It is my son, Miss Scarlet. And despite appearances, he is still human. I prefer you refer to him as such. And I've managed to keep him safely locked away and harmless for years. Sure, it'll be a little more difficult now that he knows about his condition, but that room is lined with lead. He's not going anywhere. Right, Ozzy? Is human? Are you sure about that? Are we talking about the same guy? Trust me. I've done genetic tests. He's human, somehow. And it's my job as his mother to protect him and protect people from him. It's not a burden I take lightly. You don't have to worry about him getting out anytime soon. Ooh, okay. Get off my cousin's back. She's the only reason you're still breathing right now. He's not some monster. He deserves to live, Tabby. He's a monster, but even monsters deserve a chance at life. Oh, that's a good one. And what about you? About when you die, Doc? What happens then? Reese is a good guy. He's just misunderstood. That's nice. Dr. Kelly bought us time. I'm sure we can figure out what to do about him later. I want to go home. Yeah.
For me, it's a toss-up between Dr. Kelly bought us time and what about when you die, Doc?
No, she needs to think longer term. And what about when you die?
Yeah, let's go with that.
And what about when you die, Doc? What happens then? Good question. If you're gonna insist on keeping that thing locked up in your house, you're gonna need a contingency plan for when he outlives you. I will figure it out. Figured it out before. I'll figure it out again.
Tabitha has the best sure Karen face I have ever seen.
Look at this.
It's leftover demon paint.
Yeah, it's all over the house. If I recall from 2 minutes ago, you would have been chomped in half if I hadn't stepped in. Are you going to just hope somebody steps in next time, too? One of these days, your luck is going to run out. Get out of my house. I don't need some kid to stand here lecturing me on how to handle my own son all night. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. You and your cousin leave the clinic. Dr. Kelly slamming the shotgun-blasted door behind you.
Some people make entrances. Tabitha breaches.
The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill, where Tabitha's car is parked along the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now? Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. The two of you are interrupted by the sounds of panting and the telltale jingling of dog tags. It's the militia! They've poured out of the woods to stand before you on the road. Shit, we're gonna have to remember their voices.
It's okay.
What the?
Scraps
was the old major.
Yes. You were looking for Gretchen, weren't you?
We found her and her person. They're by the side of the road a little ways through the woods.
They're both fine, but the human wouldn't leave when we tried to make her, and Gretchen insisted on sticking by her side, so we'll have to take you to them.
Hopefully you can use your people words to get them to someplace safe. The woods are crawling with those awful creatures. It's not safe anymore, not even for a human. Why do these dogs look so serious? We should get in the car before they eat us or something. Why wouldn't we tell Tabitha at this point?
Yeah, she's just shot her school friend who's now a horse-faced rage demon in the face. They found
Stella. Come on, we better follow them. I have a feeling they want us to follow them. They might have found Stella.
We're just going to be straight with them.
They found Stella. Come on, we better follow them. How do you know that? It's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe.
And you know I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. No time. No time, words, we go now. Run after them. No.
Tonight is a night for laying cards on the table.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm tired of not being honest. Didn't you know? I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Why are you cracking jokes right now? Ugh. I don't know about following a bunch of stray dogs into the woods, but if there's a chance you're right. Okay, we'll take a quick detour. You let the dogs lead you into the wilderness, following on their heels as they take you to Stella. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock.
Content warnings.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to start talking perhaps about what happened to Stella's family, which is they were killed in a car wreck. So let's just take a quick pause here in case anybody needs a refresher about the content warnings or the list to them.
And if you need to step out for a bit, now
if you need to step away,
please do. We got you.
No problem. And in fact, I think I might just pop a little save.
Have a little save.
Have a little save for a treat.
And there they are.
Keep them safe.
Be seeing you, speaker.
Speaker. Nice. I leave. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. Great, she's alive. Let's go. Jesus, Tabitha.
Oh my God, Tabitha.
You should go talk to her, Tabitha. She'd probably be glad to see you. I'm going to go talk to her. Let's go talk to her. Yeah, let's go. Remain silent. Let's go talk to her.
But if you do that, you might miss the opportunity for smoochies.
Well, I'm trying to get Tabitha to realize that people care and that she can care. So, I don't...
Let's go talk to her.
Let's go talk to her. I know you two like each other. Please, for the love of God, don't drag me into the middle of that. Ooh.
We have a we have
Lots of options here. Yeah, I guess we kind of do, thanks Tabitha. It doesn't matter what Stella, that Stella and I have a thing. You two need to reconcile. We can both talk to her together. It's purely platonic. You should talk to her alone. You two need to reconcile. It's purely platonic, but let's go talk to her together. Maybe that'll be easier. I think this is the right option. It doesn't matter that Stella and I have a thing. You two need to reconcile. We can talk to her together. I know there is a lot of tension and yet vulnerability. I said no. I'm going to make this easier on both of you and just go home.
That is the most belligerent moment of niceness I have seen from her.
Well, you can't say we didn't try.
You tried.
We're trying. Before you can say another word, your cousin's already turned and left. I'm going to have you take over the...
You take a step forward, gravel crunching under your feet as you walk along the edge of the road. As you do, you turn to look back behind you. Tabitha is already gone.
Tried.
You sit on the log beside Stella and the adorable Doof.
Gretchen, my beloved. Petra? That ghost really did a number on you. I'm so sorry. What are you doing out here? Do I look that bad?
I thought it was kind of distinguished. I like that.
I bet you'd be answering your phone. I'm just so happy you're okay. That's my favorite option. Everyone's been looking for your things.
Things happened.
I'm going with this one. Notice her outfit.
Yeah.
It's got the jacket and the ghosty searchy thingy on. I'm gonna do this one. Just so happy you're okay. Yeah. I don't know if I am okay. It's a little better now that you're here, but...
Stella faces you for a moment, desperate eyes, trying to force out words a part of her thought she would never have to say out loud.
This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. I like that it's animated. Yeah.
Oh.
Be careful, folks. I think this is going to be pretty graphic. Oh. Please fade. Please. No.
No, we're not. Ah, Jesus. Okay, that's
Yeah.
rough.
Oh. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful. It really messed me up for quite a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least, it hasn't been that bad for a while. Thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before, not with anyone. Take your hands, Stella. I'm so sorry. I knew about the crash. I should have put it together. Not even Tabitha. Thanks for letting me in. Say nothing. I'm just gonna hold her hand.
You reach out to her, taking her hand. It's warm against the cool night air, and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth. Her dimples start to crease. Aww. Her hand shifts, her calloused palm fitting into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held. So do you. Two of you stare out at the road.
I think the accent is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see him again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened. No, crap, this poor kid.
Oh my God, Stella.
And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Oh, man. Okay, so let me read you these options.
God,
we have
a
bunch of explore options, which are put an armor on her shoulder. We could always wait a little longer. Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you wherever they are. They're probably somewhere better than whatever hell Charlie got trapped in.
So that's the dick answer. Okay.
It's good they're not coming. You don't want them to be ghosts.
That's the
They died with your future on the mind. It's time for you to start living it. Do you want to say goodbye? I still don't believe in ghosts. Charlie was probably just swamp gas or maybe something. Jesus God. I kind of like the idea of just maintaining this whole, I'm going to be physical grounding for you and you get to make the calls here.
Yeah, that's a smart play. And you pick one or two of the explores. I think the physical grounding makes sense.
Yeah, let's put an arm around her shoulder.
Carefully place your other arm. Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, feelings. Around her shoulder and pull her close to you.
You want me to continue?
Yeah, please. I'm done.
You feel her chestnut hair against your cheek. She smells a little sweaty and a little sweet. The faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural perfume of her skin. It's nice. You take in a deep breath, stroking her arm with your thumb, letting her lean into you. She rests her head against your shoulder, closing her eyes serenely. That hint of a smile spreads into a barely contained grin that finally chases away the worry. You don't want them to be ghosts. Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you.
I think that's one of the good options, yeah.
Yeah. The dogs did say it's not safe for us to stay out here, so I don't want to do the we could always wait a little longer. Just because they weren't there, it doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. That's a nice thought. I've thought a lot about what might come after. Whether they're somewhere else or if they just stop existing. I guess we've seen at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means there's a good version too, where they're still on that car ride, listening to Dad's tapes with a place in the back seat for me when I eventually catch up to them. And then it won't matter that I never got to say goodbye. I like the idea of you could always say goodbye now. You could always say goodbye now. Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breath slow and even. Oh, God. I'm sorry all in advance. This is going to be hard. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine. Oh, gosh. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. But it never comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. Oh, Abby, what are you doing to
Abby!
me?
Oh my God!
I kind of feel better.
Oh.
You guys!
Oh!
You're destroying us! Thank you for being here.
This is so good.
Oh. I don't think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. And it's a very sweet little smile. When watching the ghost, its expression hasn't changed.
I know that Stretch. That's the time to go home, Stretch. Thank the Lord, I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Petra, for talking sense into this girl.
We should probably head back, right? I haven't really slept in a day. She doesn't need to hear about this.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Oh, I'm very torn.
So you've just had this beautiful moment, and so one of your oldest school friends is a rage demon.
Right, I'll tell her tomorrow.
I'm not sure which one
Let's
of the
save.
esteemed folks from,
Thank you so
from
much.
Black Tabby.
Let's just have yet another save.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one of the esteemed folks from Black Tabby are on the other end of the account, but holy fucking shit, you folks are amazing.
Also, I wonder
Thank
if you just watch Twitch for okay, who's getting to the end of chapter 4? Let's see the
boom.
emotional fallout. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just don't think the next thing we should say is, and when he friends is a demon Hulk.
You are both amazing.
Oh. She doesn't need to hear about this tonight. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Becca Loves Games, hello, we're so glad to see you. The VOD Howler is definitely worth checking out for this, because this one is a lot.
It's a lot, and we probably shouldn't try to recap it just real quick, but
it
very
is.
major decisions were made. I'm going with she doesn't need to hear this tonight. If it becomes so important that she needs to know this tonight, we can catch her up very quickly.
Yeah. You keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself. At least for now.
We'll tell her tomorrow over pancakes with Avery.
I mean, no one else is dead, so
Touch wood.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home. Oh, I'm so going to flirt. But I'm going to read all the answers for the people who are listening. Flirt. I'd love nothing more. Of course, lead the way. Sure, we're both headed that way anyway. But then I'd better get back home. Tabitha's probably worried.
Just walk off.
Just
Good Lord.
walk off. Oh, no.
All right, bye then.
I'd love nothing more. You offer her your arm.
Aww.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, she smiles, slipping hers into the crook of your elbow. She pulls you closer until the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. Yeah, just following up on what other folks have said, the subtlety and nuance of the acting.
And the expressions is really
Good grief. It's about time. Let's not waste another second sitting out here in the middle of nowhere.
And this is me. Okay, do I see?
No ditchlings.
I don't see any ditchlings around her house.
I do see a potato.
Do you want to come in?
So much.
Oh! Tip! Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. We've hit the commit point.
I'm fine with being locked out.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I have to make a decision about who I'm going to romance when I do my Mystic book learning playthrough. And the answer is all of them. Yes,
I love that KP's like, romance.
Yes. It's time for the dating sim. Oh, God, we so deserve it. It's like the underlying narrative has sidled up to wiggle eyebrows at us. We are delighted. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. Yeah, I feel the same. Wink. Yes, please. Follow her inside. Those are all romance options.
I should really head back to the estate. I have no capacity to feel joy.
Or sorry, Stella, I think it's better if we just stay friends. I know that option mechanically has to exist, but how very dare. Okay. I'm gonna say I was hoping you'd ask. Yeah. I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. Tear down the wall achievement, and this is a dating sim, right? Achievement.
Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile.
Look at the princess on her spot. Nothing in the house seems to have changed. I'm just gonna go take a quick shower because I've been sitting outside for a day and I need soap.
I think we're about to get a visit.
I'll just take a minute and then be cozy.
She is blushing.
She is. It's very sweet. I think let her go.
Yeah.
I don't feel like shower together is the appropriate vibe at this point. Dog.
She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Finally, I have been reunited with my bed. Gretchen hops onto the massive pillow that serves as her dog bed, curling up and sighing a heavy dog sigh of relief. I can catch up on my beauty sleep.
Oh, Gretchen, I love you so much.
Before she has the chance to fall asleep, a heavy knock startles her and you. Gretchen growls.
Oh, crap.
Safe!
Gretchen doesn't like very few people.
Yeah, one of them doesn't have a face.
And one of them doesn't have a face, and the other one turned into an evil bat werewolf. Wendy's not on stream tonight, so she's not going to turn into a pumpkin in 15 minutes. So we might run a little long tonight, folks. Just saying.
There's someone at the door. It's that horrible man who smells like rotting meat. Stella! It's right. She's in full balk. I do not think we have seen her balk yet.
Stella is literally in the shower.
Did Wayne always have that accompanying sound effect?
A little bit, yeah. Open the door. Who is it? Oh, there's nobody home. Stand stuck still and pretend you're not here. That's not going to work. Yeah. Who is it?
You know. Open the door, please, Petra.
All right, motherfucker. I kind of owe him. He did kind of help me.
He did a bit of a solid. There's still nobody here.
Fine. What do you want?
You summon the bravery to cross the room and open the door. Wayne cocks his head, the stained veil over his face fluttering in the slight breeze outside. He is soaked in someone's blood, and I'm fairly certain it says.
The outside of his clothes are streaked with what you at first
God.
thought might be gore. Quickly realized it's actually paint. And there are wide claw marks down his shirt. Yeah, we saw him take damage from Reese. But he's still in one piece after his altercation with Reese. Right. Close the door on him. Wayne, I was so worried about you. Dude, get out of here. I'm in the middle of something. Stare at him in silence. I was kind of worried about him. I'm not going to lie. Wayne, I was worried about you.
No need to worry. The boy managed to catch me off guard.
Why do you
with
sound so
those
gooey?
little constructs of his. But he wouldn't stand a chance against me without little tricks like that. I won't keep you long. I know you have a warm bed and a warm body to keep you occupied tonight.
What? Who? What? Ugh. I totally understand why people like romance him.
But I wanted to give you a suggestion for tomorrow. You should take advantage of Tabitha's absence at the estate.
Oh, God.
Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you. Do a little exploring.
We have a theory that sibling
Yep.
we think is alive.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
You might be surprised at what you find.
I think there's another seal in the house as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I hope one of the dialogue options is, we found a goat in the greenhouse, because I still don't know the goat. Honestly, this is good. This is hopeful, because it means that the next chapter is exploring the hidden room in the house and not going to deal with the rats at the church. With the child.
Yeah. No, thank you with the rats.
No, thank you.
He slowly steps back, shining eyes fixed on you as he disappears into the dark night beyond Stella's.
Still no ditch. I think they run away from him.
Gretchen's growls escalate into barks. Intruder! Monster! Fiend! Oh, Stella, come quickly! There's some disgusting smelling man trying to threaten us!
Calm down, Gretchen.
Look at her little ears.
Were you just talking to somebody, Petra? I'm not lying to anybody. I'm done with lying. Yeah, she's in a towel. Hello. Wayne stopped by. I think he tried to spook me, but he also kind of gave me a clue. He's still following you. Are you sure we're, safe?
I think he's on our side.
I actually think he's maybe on our side? You think so? I guess that's good. I still don't love the thought of him stopping by unannounced at odd hours of the night, though. But you'll let us know if he tries anything, won't you, Gretchen?
I'll tear out the throat of anyone who dares break in to hurt my precious Stella.
Assuming I'm awake.
Assuming I'm awake. If they bend down to within biting height, that is. But I can always tear at their ankles until they have no choice. Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely.
Look at her little indignant face. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. You know, the thought of your creepy stalker, whether he's on our side or not, makes me feel a lot better about having you around tonight. It'll be nice to have somebody next to me if I get scared in the middle of the night.
Clearly, Stella just clicked flirt.
Hello. Yes, she did. Speaking of, I'm exhausted. Let's turn in. Just give me a second to finish drying off.
Stella disappears into her room for a brief moment, and then the door creaks back open.
So, you coming in? Flirt, 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 flirt. Ew.
You walk by Stella and into her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Of course.
Oh, sorry I didn't clean up beforehand. You can think of it as receiving the authentic Stella experience. Oh my god, look at her room. It's a nightmare. Weren't we in here earlier looking for
Yes,
clues?
we were.
This is where I feel better about the fact that we did not go through her computer. Yes?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good. Whoa.
She slips
Hello.
past you and lies on the bed, dressed in an oversized t-shirt. You are quick to follow. She's warm, still slightly damp from the shower, her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing the edge of her mouth.
It's a nice cheesecake picture. You could kiss me if you wanted to. Immediately
fall asleep. I do kind of love that there are options that could be viewed as Aero.
I do like that there are other options for physical or not. I'm totally gonna kiss her though. Hello.
You shift closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin, and for a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. Forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of campfire, the comforting heat of soft but calloused hands against your cheek, the thunder of your hearts beating ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises and rises, a tone seemingly without peak.
Nicely done.
Very nicely done. And then it breaks and her lips touch yours. They are fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold on to the memory of tonight for a long, long time.
Very well written.
And then she pulls you closer, tighter. The two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from opposite ends of the pillow. Drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted and safe and comforted.
Very nice.
Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not. But whatever happens, you'll face it together. This is the end of episode 4.
Right.
Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the rest of Scarlet Hollow's development. What did we get?
We got one called Benoit Blanc. Hang on, I'm gonna have to look at my achievement. We got 3 different achievements all of a sudden. Which I don't know how to do from inside the game. Which I will check. Okay, we finished episode 4.